Yeah, I think
put something together.
I think it's probably time to revisit the whole thing.
Okay, so this is...
Yeah, we've seen it move slightly lower so far this morning. I think perhaps some of the euphoria from last week has been reduced. I think it's fair to say that a weekend of little progress and a lot of counter-briefing by both sides has certainly weighed on the currency, and it should continue to do so as the week goes on. I think expectations were so low last week that any sign of progress, or the very fact that the talks didn't break down in acrimony, really caused that big bounce to the pound. But as reality sets in, I think there's an awareness that there is much more to be done to make even the slimmest of progress towards a deal. So from here, I think, of course, you've got the European Council meeting towards the end of the week, and Boris Johnson will go to that to try and make further progress. We'll see what negotiations throw up for the rest of the week. But I think the problem with the deal as it stands is at the moment the EU decide to attach a backstop to it, the Northern Ireland backstop or even the entire UK one, is likely to be shot down in Parliament. So I think while it might make some progress in Europe, I think the parliamentary arithmetic isn't behind the deal, and we'll find out later in the week whether that becomes clearer, certainly, and if he comes back on Friday with some sort of deal, then Saturday's session, the first Saturday since the early 80s for Parliament, will actually provide perhaps a bit more clarity on if any support does exist for this deal. Well, I suppose it leaves us where we've always been for the past few weeks, which is that there won't be a no deal, there'll be an extension, and the government, or someone in the government, maybe not the Prime Minister, will have to request that extension. That, of course, then throws out the possibility of going for a general election in November, or maybe early December, if he could persuade everyone in Parliament to vote for it. That seems to be the likely outcome, at least at this point in time. And, of course, the EU says it will grant the extension. We don't know how long, but probably for 3 months. And the risk, of course, we do this all again in about 3 months' time with no real progress on either side.